Hi friends, welcome back to craftsandcollage.com. Yes, that URL does lead directly to this YouTube channel, so if you're ever lost, there you go. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Anytime, just like, share, subscribe, comment. The interaction helps keep my videos on the list of suggested videos on YouTube. With no interaction from viewers, we tend to disappear a little bit. And I'm trying to make it to 500 subscribers. I really am. I'd love to make it to 500 before the end of the year. So join me. And don't forget that Inktober is just around the corner, so go get your 2023 prompts from inktober.com. It's a fun thing to do, just sketching or drawing or whatever, one little thing a day. Just one little drawing a day for the month of October. And it can be a stick figure. It doesn't matter how much time you put into it, how much color, how much effort, whatever. It's your thing, one prompt per day, and it's so much fun. And I'm going to be doing it here on the channel, but I'm going to be looking at the pictures by the week. I'm not going to upload a video every day for a 1-minute look at a prompt, but Inktober is fun to participate in and really worth the effort. So set aside a little sketchbook for yourself and enjoy Inktober. Okay, so the magazine we're doing we're starting a brand new magazine Gluebook today. I've had to restart this video 3 times for various reasons. Standard towards the end of Mercury retrograde, just a couple more days, but it's going to pile on the technical stuff. I ran out of room on the computer, then the doorbell rang, there was a delivery, and on and on. This is the 4th time trying this, so let's hope I can get through it, I chose Canadian Geographic because it's one of those magazines with stronger pages. Because I figure that the amount of glue it costs to glue 2 pages together to make it sturdier is about the cost of just going out and buying a solid magazine. So, even if it's $10, it's still, glue is, and that's a lot of pages to try and glue together. This one is from October and November 89. 89. My grown-up kid was so young. So young. So, a couple of things when you first start a magazine Gluebook. I happen to like the size of these. You can get smaller magazines, it's up to you. If the canvas size bothers you, then take halves of pages. If you only want to do a Gluebook on 1/4 of this spread, then do that. Because there might be 3 other days where you go, oh, I just saw some pictures that might complement that. And before you know it, you have a 4 seasons kind of thing, where there's 4 different perspectives, but displayed on an open page. And you really need to be okay with that. So I usually leave the front cover, and there'll come a time while you're using your magazine that you'll want to decorate the front page. There'll be a moment where you go, that's what I wanted to do there. So I usually leave a couple of pages. I give myself a couple of pages leeway. Okay, just so I can decide what I want to do, because sometimes I actually put in an index and things like that. So this page and this ad page, which is heavy cardboard, I like the Christmas motif, and Christmas is coming. So I'm going to save this to do a Christmas Gluebook spread allowing those images to live on the page. On this page, there's a beautiful picture of a blue heron, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And because of the border already set in and so on, what I'm going to do is strive to do an animal frame around the heron and continue an animal page, Gluebook page. So this would be our starter page. Now, this was what the page looked like, was this on the other half. It was an ad for Kodak from 1989, Kodak Images. But I had already gotten to the point where I had glued this one page down to start the first page here in this new book, and then I ran out of space. So I had to come back, and this is why this page is actually glued down. Now, the one thing I do on a brand new magazine is I always cover the spine of the magazine, no matter whether it's staple or sewn, with plain ordinary Scotch tape, cello tape. Okay, and then I go into the middle of the book and I do the same thing. And then I do it a couple of pages on either side of the middle where I cover the staples, just a couple of pages for insurance. And that seems to keep pages from actually drifting out. You know how the middle of magazines, the middle page can often come loose of the staples. Just to anchor all your staples, that's what I go in and do to every new magazine glue book. Once you've glued your staples down, the book is pretty solid and ready to go. So I was going to make use of this first page. Wow, that it's going to be a double spread, but I decided for today that we're just going to do the one side because I've taken some time. I was going to mention also things like these cards, things that sometimes stick out of magazines, the inserts, all these things. Don't rip them out right away. You can decide later to rip them out if you want to, but they can actually be kind of fun to play with. You can have some fun making use of those surfaces and do like mini pages, mini glue book pages and things, which can be fun, you know. So we'll see. I just don't tear them out right away. I give myself the option of it, you know. So I didn't want the humans in this picture, so I wasn't sure how I wanted to cover them up. But I think with the horse and carriage might suit the rest of the picture. So I'm going to do a tear out. This might actually be a better spot, so I can go around right up this way. Okay. And of course, my favorite thing is a torn edge, and I always tear away from what I'm looking at keeping, because then the edge is the color of the picture and not the white side. So there's a method to the madness. Alright, let's cut up the side because I'm not steady enough with the tearing today. Some days, you know, some days you can't thread a needle, you know what I mean? Alright, so this can all come off of here. And we'll cut this side too. So I hope everybody's been having a good weekend. The world is in a weird place. Don't let it throw you. Please don't let it throw you. It's not worth the energy. You know, just keep the positive stuff going. I know sometimes I even veer into negative topics and stuff on here, but oh my goodness. It's worth keeping positive these days. It really is. Like it just you have to, or you kind of sink into this just an off color, off white, you know, off brown, off purple, off blue. Like the rainbow is just off in a world that should be, you know, vivid and there. And suddenly it just doesn't feel like everything's as bright, you know? So, and at those times, talk to somebody. You know, talk to anybody. Friend, minister, buddy online, you know, anybody that doesn't ask for your credit card number and your date of birth. just making a silly joke, folks. Bad sense of humor sometimes, you know. Sometimes. I save so many of the images that are sort of period pieces. I love playing with those images, and I just don't want to run out. And I'm honestly, like, I see less and less people advertising magazines on free places or anything. They're not printing them much anymore. They're not, you know, oh, that would have been cool over to the side too. This looks like it belongs somewhere near here, but I don't quite know how to insert that picture. So we will pick something else from the goodie pile here and see what we can come up with as far as a small image goes. Because that's all we need for this page is just a small image, you know. Something sort of fitting the thing, but I didn't want to make too long a page out of this today because I was more discussing opening a brand new magazine glue book, because that always feels so good, you know. It's awesome. We tend to, if you love to glue book or collage, you tend to chase the sound and feel of a chunky glue book getting more and more finished all the time, and then you put it up on a shelf or whatever, and but there's something incredible about opening a brand new book, and magazine or composition book or journal or diary, it doesn't matter. You open it and it's like there. And oh, it's like just, yeah. It's like, I guess, the smell of a new car or something. Well, that's kind of a nice addition. Gotta rethink this, Janet. I hope everybody has an amazing week ahead. It's a wonderful time of year. No matter what hemisphere you're in, my friend in Brisbane is enjoying a lovely spring, and they just moved to the I believe the Gold Coast, and are enjoying it thoroughly. Retired, sort of, semi, and enjoying it thoroughly. So, and we here in the Northern Hemisphere are ushering in, of course, fall. The Burr months have started. Halloween's coming up. Thanksgiving for both Canada in October, just before Halloween, and in the United States in November, just after Halloween. I lived in the States for 10 years with my ex, and I have to say that it was kind of neat having Thanksgiving in November because it kind of ushered in the Christmas season. But Canada had the first Thanksgiving. Ours happened in history before the United States. And it's in mid-October, or the first week or two of October. And between it and Halloween and all the fact that the maple leaves up here and all the leaves turn and stuff, it really makes fall more of its own time rather than blended in with Christmas like Halloween. So I kind of like it. I liked both of them, and I really enjoyed. So my family and I have kind of sort of enjoyed sort of a transition, you know, doing a sort of Thanksgiving in November as well. So that, you know, settles it right there. Okay, so, this is one very big kind of kind of obnoxious spray painted football looking image. So let's just plop this here just for now. This is just for now. I'm doing this page at the moment. So I'm not sure what I'm liking here. The meal, it's kind of wonderful. I kind of like that, I have to say. Like, it just looks so inviting and so period that I'd really kind of like to include it somewhere. Now let's crop the corners to make it look a little less ooh magazine. Boom. Boom. Don't forget the boom part. It adds to the scissors boom working the way that they're supposed to properly be boom working. Okay, so, ooh, that fits perfectly there. Sorry, lady. Sorry. Should I cut him out or leave that lovely old frame? Oh, now I don't know. Now I really don't know. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not above taking a white marker or a black marker and filling in a dot of something on a glue book page. That does not make it a collage to me. So I just want to be clear that that does not categorize it then as a collage. To me, a collage is lovely, and people can call things what they want. Doesn't matter to me. in my head, I guess, I see a collage as using sort of multimedia, all kinds of maybe gluing and maybe painting and maybe drawing and maybe markers and maybe napkins and things like that. Like, to me, collage is sort of multimedia, including gluing things in. Glue books are gluing things. But if your glue book feels better with some collage mixed in and you call that a glue, that's totally up to you. I mean, seriously, God bless you, because nobody is here to tell anybody how it's supposed to be. That's not how this works. Art is art, and art comes from something that we ourselves as humans can't even always touch. It's a part of, and if you're an atheist or an agnostic, I'm sorry, but to me it's part of the greater soul, the greater energy. Art, it comes from in touch with, some folks call it God, that energy. Some folks, call it all kinds of different names, or feel that it's different things, or energy, or spirit, or source. All those things can be applicable to what I'm talking about. So, you know, um, that's to me art and creativity, music. When people express themselves in creative ways, it means they're releasing the divine out into the world. They're gifting the world with the divine. That's what it feels like to me. How does that look? That looks pretty cool. Or we can cover up the building name. Um, okay, well, I went to look up the name of the building, Cameron Jeffries, and there was like people and stuff. Too much to sort through while I'm doing this, but I couldn't find out in the history sort of with an instant Google search today. But I'll take a minute and look it up later on and see what this building is about. But I don't think I want to cover the name. I think I like the idea of whoever this is sitting in the corner um, of the page, because to me that's sort of a spot where portraits go. So I hate to cover this up. That's a nice picture. Lovely picture, actually. Okay, so let's add this image. Are we straight? No, of course not. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so, alright. And honestly, I planned for it to be a very quick page today, not to keep you nice folks. I do apologize for Friday. I was out of town and didn't get back until early today. So this is to make up for Friday's Gluebook page, Friday evening Gluebook page. So um, I know it's quick, and I may add something, I don't know, but I'll definitely film and clue you in on the second half of this page, of course, right? Everything is content. I hope you guys have an amazing week ahead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and peace.